Hello, I'm Richard Vobes, the Bald Explorer, out on another walk. I'm joined by the lovely Julia, whose birthday it is. Hello, Julia.
Hello, lovely Richard.
We're out on a little walk on your birthday, which is very nice.
Yeah, nice birthday stroll.
We have also little Joseph, who is here.
Sound asleep.
Sound asleep, which is great. And I've offered to carry again because we're climbing up some hills.
And I'm out of training.
So, where are we? It's a beautiful sunny day, I should say, first of all. We're on the Southdowns, just above Lancing, just above Sompting, I suppose, past the pub, the Flying Whippet.
The Joyful Whippet.
Oh, the Joyful Whippet, there we go. And
The echo.
yeah, there's an echo.
Echo.
Echo. There's a lovely walk all the way up that way to a trig point and then beyond, and you eventually sort of come to Stenning if you keep going up there. We're not going to do that. We have with us also on Julia's back a little backpack here, which we have our camping stove. Now, if you remember, if you were watching a video that we made a few days ago, I bought this stove and I thought, wouldn't it be great to have a cup of tea when you're out and about walking? And so we just tested it in a video and we showed you what it was, didn't we?
Yes.
And that was quite successful.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So now we actually thought, well, we ought to actually go on a walk, find a spot and have a cup of tea. So there's a slight difference in this one. And also, it is a very beautiful day. And behind me, you'll start to see some of the landscape, which unfortunately here, the houses have gobbled up some of the Southdowns. They've encroached. But ahead, we're going to go through some different kind of bushes and prickly bushes, probably hawthorn. Whoa! I just taken my hat off because the sun was blinding me. I can hear birds in these bushes. Now it's a bit slippery as well because we're just coming out onto the chalk and the green of the hills, and of course we've had a lot of rain recently, but up here we should be okay because being chalk, the water penetrates through. But you're blinded by the light.
Yes, but the view is still lovely, isn't it?
Yes, that's looking south down towards the sea. Our object is to try and find somewhere that we can have a nice, if we can find a bench, because there are benches around here, that would be great. But otherwise, it's just to give this a real field test.
Yes.
So, and enjoy the landscape at the same time in autumn, which we're filming. And look at that, the beautiful, beautiful Southdowns behind us.
And a nice spot for a spot of tea.
Yes.
And look around at the scenery.
Ah, there we are. You're a poet and you didn't know it.
I know.
It's a very still day today. We've had so much rain, as I mentioned before, but it's just very beautiful. It's still and almost quiet. We hear the aeroplanes coming and going from Shoreham Airport.
You can hear a big road over that way somewhere, but
and that's probably you hear the flyover,
yes,
the Shoreham flyover going over the river Ada. But we're just standing here in the low sun of the autumn, which when it's a clear, cloudless day, I mean, it's peculiar weather. We've had days where it's just been miserable, cold, windy and wet, and now it's all cleared and that's lovely. And it's suddenly very still, like that stillness you get before a storm.
Yeah, you can almost see the moisture on the air as well, though.
You can, and it's very ethereal in a way. Now, Julia's spotted a little path that's quite enticing through these little trees here, little tiny trees. So we're going to go and have a look at those, see if there's a little place to have a cup of tea in the midst of it all. I was rather hoping to find a bench that they've put with the view and the warmth of the sun in our faces, but we're going to have a look down here first. As we get into this time of year, of course, all these trees are slowly becoming denuded of their leaves, which makes it less easy to identify them all. But they're very sort of tiny shrub-like trees. And I'm guessing there must be, as I said before, hawthorn, blackthorn, and maybe, plenty of brambles and dogwood, I think. But it's a lovely little tunnel of exploration, stunted trees.
Noticeably cooler in here too, isn't it?
Yeah, very much. As soon as you take the sun away from the equation.
Yeah. Even without the leaves, there's still quite a lot of shelter.
Yes. I'm hoping... of course, this is a habitat for lots of wildlife and birds, I imagine. You know, if only you could stay here uninterrupted for any length of time, you might start to see all the different creatures that live here, up here on the downs.
Set yourself up a little temporary bird hide.
Yes. It's coming out now.
Pretty well. That way.
I was hoping to get to a clearing and a bench. Oh, wait a minute. What's that up ahead? And then we can get that tea on. Well, I'm going to have coffee, and you've got
I'll
your
have my lemon tea.
Lemon tea, exactly. This is very nice.
I don't think we're going to be lucky enough to find a bench out here, though.
No, there's lots of little windy paths, and I think the ones that with the benches are back nearer the car park.
It's very labyrinth-like, isn't it? With all these paths crisscrossing the meadows and hedgerows, and yeah, it's lovely.
Well, there's a path back that way, Julia, behind almost directly where we came from. So should we head back that way?
Maybe.
I think there might be more chance of finding a bench, and we can get the little cooker on.
I do believe you're right.
I hope so. Right, we'll press on a bit more. We come out into a bit of a wood, Julia.
Yeah.
Right, almost at the top, actually, of the crest of this little area that we're exploring. And in front of us here, there's I think it's an ivy-covered oak, but it's very difficult to tell for sure.
Got something else growing out of the side of it as well.
Yes, I'd love to know. Can somebody tell me? I've seen these, and I keep thinking dogwood, but I don't know if that's the right term, and I'm going to have to look it up. But just look at the bark on this. It's very sort of spindly. Oh, wait a minute. If you lower that stem down here in front of me.
This one?
Yeah, lower that right down.
Uh-huh.
That's ash. That's an ash. That's a different tree. Oh, well, there you go.
Oh, dear.
See, that's yeah. So I'm confused about this other one. It's got
the bark's really squishy. It's not quite as squishy as that redwood we met the other day.
No, and I've seen loads of that, and it doesn't seem to grow very tall or anything. It just seems to be a very sort of scrub bush. And I keep the words dogwood keep coming into. I'm going to have to look that up.
Do these leaves help?
Yeah, they don't help me, but they might help someone watching. Oh wait, do that again. They're curled up. You see, when they curl up like that, that could be ash, but that doesn't look like ash.
No, it doesn't. They're not black buds,
no.
are they?
Confused. Anyway, right, let's get out of here, get into the warmth, and let's get that kettle on. Well, the kettle's boiled and we have a cup of coffee and a cup of tea. It's worked.
It has worked.
It's worked a second time, so we're very pleased. So whilst little Joe has his nice cup of coffee, is that what you're having?
Having a cup of Joe, are you, Joe?
Cup of Jojo for Joseph. Mine's down there, but I can't lift it up because, hang on, I'm holding the microphone. Let's see if I can do this. This is a bit cack-handed, ladies and gentlemen. You'll see the microphone there. Cheers, Julia.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. It's quite hot. Oh, I've just steamed my glasses up.
Yeah, me too.
But there we go. Perfect. Anyway, that's all. We've proved the system, so we'll be able to go and have cups of coffee and tea when we're out in the countryside. It all works very well. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again on another one. Thank you, Julia. Happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you kindly, sir.
And that's birthday tea. Take care. Don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, become a patron, all the usual, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care and bye-bye. Bye-bye.